All right, now this is that first piece of meat that I was showing you. See, I already started to pull back the meat just with my fingers because we firmed it all up. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut the rest of this out. Now here's my trusty Dexter Russell knife. I absolutely love these things. I recommend Dexter Russells for anybody looking to fillet fish. And really all we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut away all this black stuff without wasting any of the good tuna meat. And I'm just gonna kind of peel it back. And when you're real careful like this, because for anything like me, you don't want to waste any of this, you're just going to peel it all back and take it out, just like that. And you can see how nice this is going to come out right here. That's all the perfect meat that I'm pointing to the knife. And this is all that dark, nasty meat. You can see the difference right there. So we're going to continue to peel it back, and we just make some incisions right here. There we go. That's it. That's how easy that is to get that off right there. So now we got a nice chunk of meat right here, and this is exactly how I'm gonna steak it. I'm just gonna make it into portionable sizes, right? Look how it cuts. And look at how that cut. That is absolutely a perfect piece of meat right there, and we're just gonna keep going. And just gonna run that knife through, and you can see that meat coming right out. Another good, perfect piece of tuna meat right there. That is just so nice. And then these strips here, you can see because we kind of firmed up the meat, you could even separate this with the knife, just like this, and you can make a really good sashimi out of these individual strips of meat and muscle right here. It's really, really good. Now again, as you get to the tail end of these pieces of meat, something like this is a good chunk of meat for jarring, not necessarily for your steak, but this is still a really good piece of tuna. I'm gonna jar it, and it's gonna taste delicious. And there you go, that is some delicious looking tuna right there. Perfectly cut, perfectly steaked. I didn't damage any of the meat. As you can tell from these cuts right here, right? If you tried to cut this when it was still fresh before you refrigerated it, you would kind of fray and tear and pull all the meat, and it just wouldn't come out nearly as nice looking, nearly as clean. This meat is firm enough where we could really steak these, and I mean, look at that. That is a perfect tuna steak right there. And we're gonna eat this up later tonight, and it's gonna be so delicious. Now I wanna show you a little trick here. You can see these divots. Here, this is like where the individual muscle fibers are. This is really perfect for creating sashimi. And again, the only reason why we're able to do this is because we wrapped the fish, got all the blood out, and now this meat can be separated. And this is just a really good way to make sashimi. What you do need is you need a really thin knife like this Dexter Russell right here. This knife is perfect for this kind of application of filleting fish. And there you go, we're just separating the meat. All right, let me show you right here, just in case you're interested in eating this raw. You see these different layers of muscle right here, right? They're usually separated by kind of these white tendons. What you do is you just run your knife down those white tendons and separate the meat. And it's a super easy way to get just strips of sashimi. Now, I'm not a professional chef. I don't own a sushi restaurant or anything like that. But I mean, that is a tasty looking piece of raw tuna right there that I could eat anytime, anywhere I want. So now that you got your tuna perfectly steaked and ready to go, chances are, if you caught some nice fish like we did in this trip, you're gonna have a lot more tuna than you're gonna be able to consume. So check on this video right here, where I show you a perfect secret to make sure that you can enjoy your tuna fish for possibly years to come and nobody talks about it. So check it out, fish lots, and I'll see you out there on the water.